There's something magnetic about a woman who knows who she is. It's not just in how she looks, it's in how she carries herself, how she speaks, how she makes others feel. And if you're an older woman wondering if age has made you less attractive, let me be very clear. It hasn't. In fact, it may have made you more powerful than you realize. Because attraction isn't just about youth. It's about energy, confidence, and emotional connection. In this video, we're diving into 10 things older women can do, backed by psychology, to not just attract men, but to deeply inspire them. And by the end, you may just see yourself in a whole new light. 1. Radiate emotional confidence. Confidence isn't always loud. It doesn't need to announce itself. It simply is. It's in the way you walk into a room without needing approval. It's in how you handle silence without rushing to fill it. You see, emotional confidence is magnetic because it signals to a man, I know who I am. I'm not here to impress. I'm here to connect. From a psychological standpoint, confidence creates emotional safety, and that's something men crave more than they admit, especially mature men. They've had enough drama. What they long for now is peace. A woman who doesn't second-guess herself, who isn't shaken by little things, becomes a calm center in a chaotic world. And here's the secret. You don't have to feel confident all the time to radiate it. You just have to stop apologizing for who you are. When you own your story, your scars, your strength, your softness, you stop trying to prove your worth because you already know you have it. 2. Use the power of mystery. Let me tell you something most people overlook. Mystery is not about playing games. It's about holding something sacred. And that something is you. You don't have to share every detail of your past, your pain, or your plans. In fact, when you leave just a little space between what you say and what you don't, you spark a man's curiosity, not just his mind, but his emotions. Psychologically, we are wired to want what we can't fully grasp. When a woman reveals everything too quickly, she may feel honest, but she also removes the space where desire grows. Older women often forget, your life is layered, rich, and complex. Don't unwrap it all at once. Let him discover you slowly, like a novel worth reading, not a headline to scroll past. Because when a man senses there's more to you than what's on the surface, he doesn't just want you, he wants to understand you. 3. Display selective attention. Attraction isn't about giving your attention to every man who notices you. It's about who you choose to notice. When you're selective with your attention, you send a powerful psychological signal. I'm not available to just anyone. I choose who I invest in. And that subtle shift, it makes all the difference. Men are drawn to what feels earned, not easily given. Behavioral psychology calls it the scarcity principle. We place more value on what feels rare, exclusive, or hard to get. So when you give a man your attention with intention, not desperation, he doesn't just feel seen, he feels chosen. In that kind of attention, it makes him want to rise to your level because you've already shown him. You're not chasing, you're inviting. There's a quiet power in that. 4. Master the art of listening. One of the deepest human desires is to feel understood. And in a world full of noise, a woman who truly listens is unforgettable. Not the kind of listening where you're just waiting to speak, but the kind where your eyes stay with him, where your silence says, I'm here, I see you. Psychologically, when someone feels deeply heard, it builds emotional intimacy. And men, especially those who've lived through disappointments or pressure, crave that soft space where they don't have to perform. They crave the kind of woman who listens without fixing, who hears without judging, and who makes them feel like they can finally exhale. Listening isn't passive, It's powerful. It builds trust, safety, and connection. And when a man feels emotionally safe with you, he doesn't just open up. He starts imagining a life where he never has to close back down. 5. Own your sensuality. Let's get something straight. Sensuality has nothing to do with age and everything to do with aliveness. It's in how you move, how you laugh, how you let yourself feel without shrinking. It's the way you touch your hair, the warmth in your voice, the unspoken confidence in your eye contact. Psychologically, men respond to energy that feels embodied. Not forced, not performative, but real. And older women have something powerful. The wisdom to know that sensuality isn't about impressing, it's about expressing. When you stop trying to compete with youth and start owning the depth of your presence, you become radiant in a way youth can't replicate. Men don't remember the woman who tried to be perfect. They remember the woman who was fully present. So walk into a room like your body belongs there, because it does. That's not arrogance. That's feminine power, fully awake. 6. Communicate boundaries gracefully. A woman with clear boundaries isn't intimidating. She's irresistible, because deep down, men respect what they can't walk all over. When you express your limits with calmness, not anger, not fear, you're sending a powerful psychological message. I value myself, and I expect you to as well. Boundaries are not walls, they're doors with locks you control. They show that your time, your energy, and your emotions are not for just anyone. Men subconsciously test limits, not out of cruelty, but curiosity. They want to know what kind of woman they're dealing with. And when you hold your ground with grace, not defensiveness, you invite a higher level of treatment. You shift the entire dynamic. You're not seeking validation. You are the standard. And that energy, it doesn't just attract a man, it awakens the best in him. 7. Be emotionally light, not heavy. Let's talk about emotional energy, because how you make a man feel around you is often what he remembers most. There's something incredibly attractive about a woman who carries lightness. Not because her life is perfect, but because she's chosen not to let heaviness define her. Psychologically, we're drawn to people who bring ease, not pressure. A woman who can laugh at herself, flirt playfully, and not take every moment so seriously becomes a breath of fresh air. It doesn't mean you hide your emotions. It means you've learned to process them without pouring them onto others. Especially for older women, this is your superpower. You've learned through life that joy is a choice. And when a man senses that being around you feels good, safe, warm, even fun, he won't just be attracted to you, he'll crave your presence. Because in a world that weighs him down, you become the light he wants to come home to. 8. Embrace your authentic style. Style isn't about following trends. It's about expressing who you are without apology. The most attractive thing a woman can wear is confidence in her own skin. When you embrace your authentic style, whether it's bold, minimalist, or somewhere in between, you send a powerful message. I'm not here to blend in. I'm here to stand out in my own way. Psychologically, men are drawn to women who have a sense of self, who aren't trying to look like someone else, but are unapologetically themselves. Your style tells a story. It reflects your personality, your life experiences, your confidence. And when a man sees you walking in your truth, owning your choices, wearing what feels good to you, he doesn't just admire you, he respects you. Because authenticity is a rare quality. And when you wear it proudly, you become the kind of woman who's impossible to forget. 9. Show you have a life. One of the most magnetic qualities a woman can have is her own life. Men are drawn to women who don't need them to complete their world, but instead invite them to enrich it. when you have your own passions, your own hobbies, your own friends, you become a woman who radiates independence. Psychologically, this creates a sense of mystery and value. It shows that you're not seeking a man to fill an emotional void. You're seeking a partner to share your already full, rich life. And that is irresistibly attractive. Men subconsciously feel safer with a woman who doesn't rely on them for her happiness. You're not putting all your emotional eggs in one basket. You're thriving in your own right. This doesn't mean you have to be busy 24/7, but it means you have a purpose beyond the relationship. And when a man sees that, when he sees that you're content and fulfilled with or without him, he can't help but be drawn to you because you're not needing him, you're choosing him. 10. Lead with feminine energy, not desperation. Feminine energy is powerful. It doesn't chase, it attracts. And here's the secret. When you lead with that energy, you don't have to force anything. You don't have to push, pursue, or over-explain. Instead, you lean into your softness, your intuition, your ability to create warmth and connection. Psychologically, men are wired to appreciate this. They don't want a woman who chases them. They want a woman who invites them in. This doesn't mean being passive. It means having the strength to let go of control and trust that the right man will meet you halfway. When you stop desperate behaviors, like overtexting, seeking constant reassurance, or trying to prove your worth, you show that you believe in your value. Men can sense desperation from a mile away. But when you lead with calm confidence, when you give space for a man to earn your time and affection, he will rise to the occasion because you've shown him that your attention is precious. Feminine energy, when embodied correctly, is magnetic. And when you own it, you don't have to fight for his attention. You simply inspire it. So there you have it. 10 powerful things older women can do to attract men, not just on the surface, but on a deeper emotional level. You see, true attraction isn't about trying to turn back time. It's about embracing the wisdom, grace, and strength that come with every year. When you own who you are, your history, your energy, your sensuality, there's nothing more magnetic. And remember, attraction starts the moment you stop doubting your own worth. You are enough exactly as you are. If this video resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which of these tips do you think will have the most impact on your relationships? Drop your comments below. Let's start a conversation. And if you're ready for more psychological insights on love, relationships, and attraction, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Until next time, stay confident, stay radiant, and most of all, stay true to yourself.